So, your cat had a meltdown, and now you're living with a furry ball of trauma that glares at you like you started the fire. Welcome to Emotional Damage Feline Edition. Unlike dogs who will cry into your lap, cats prefer the silent treatment. They'll just stare at the wall, ignore their food, and act like you're the villain. But cat trauma is real, and they feel it deep in their tiny, judgmental souls. So, let's talk about how to help your drama queen recover, with love, patience, and zero brooms involved. But first, let's understand what trauma looks like in cats. Just like humans, cats can experience emotional trauma that affects their behavior long after the event has passed. The difference? They won't talk about it over coffee or rant on social media. Instead, their emotions show up in quiet but concerning ways, hiding under the bed, refusing to eat. Cat trauma might sound like something out of a dramatic soap opera, but it's a very real and serious issue. Trauma in cats is a psychological response to events that feel life-threatening or extremely frightening to them. It could be something obvious, like being hit by a car or abandoned by a previous owner, but even things we may not consider traumatic, like loud fireworks, a new baby moving to a new home, or the vacuum cleaner chasing them, can shake up a cat emotionally. According to the American Association of Feline Practitioners, changes in environment or routine are among the top triggers for stress in domestic cats. And when stress hits, it can cause physical symptoms. Physical symptoms can appear like excessive shedding, vomiting, urinary problems, or over-grooming to the point of bald patches, because stress affects a cat's body just like it does in humans. One study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that nearly 80% of cats show behavioral changes after a traumatic or stressful event, such as aggression, withdrawal, or even house soiling. It's important to recognize the signs early. A traumatized cat might avoid eye contact, crouch low when walking, or startle easily. These behaviors are their way of asking for help. Cats are creatures of habit, and any sudden change or perceived danger can send them into survival mode. And if your cat is suddenly scared of things they once loved, like their favorite toy mouse, it's a clue that something's off. Now that we understand what trauma looks like in our feline friends and where it comes from, the next step is creating the right environment for healing. After an emotional disturbance, a cat's world feels flipped upside down. Whether it was a loud move or a family argument, creating a safe space is the first step to help your feline recover. Cats are territorial by nature, and when they feel insecure, their first instinct is to hide. So instead of dragging them out from under the bed with a broom, please don't. Create a safe retreat where they feel protected. This could be a quiet room with a soft blanket, their favorite toys, and most importantly, no sudden visitors. Ideally, this area should have limited foot traffic, low lighting, and access to essentials like food, water, and a litter box. If they can still see and smell you from a distance, even better. Does your cat have a go-to hiding spot when stressed? Share it below. Maybe we'll all get some cozy corner ideas. Cats might act aloof, but they're quietly assessing everything, like tiny, furry detectives. Adding comforting items that carry your scent can also help. Toss in an old t-shirt, they'll love you for it. Pheromone diffusers like Feliway can also work wonders in making the space feel safe and familiar. And for the love of all things fluffy, resist the urge to turn this into a TikTok moment. If they're curled up in a box, they're not auditioning for America's Next Top Cat Model. They're just trying to feel okay again. Be present, be quiet, and give them the room to process their experience. Once your cat has a safe space, the next step is simple. Let them set the pace. Cats are not like dogs. They don't rush into your arms for comfort or cry on your lap with tissues in dramatic sighs. Instead, they usually retreat behind the couch or under the bed. The key here? Let them come to you. Forcing a traumatized cat to interact is like trying to hug a cactus. It's going to backfire. Respect their personal space and understand that they need time to feel safe again. Simply being present, quiet, and non-threatening can go a long way. Sitting on the floor near their hiding spot, talking softly, or just doing your own thing in the same room helps re-establish trust without pressure. Experts in feline behavior agree, recovery happens at their pace, not yours. What seems like a lazy, antisocial nap might be their way of regulating emotions. It's also helpful to observe their body language. If their ears are back, tail is puffed, or they're giving you the "don't you dare" eyes, back off. Progress may come in tiny steps, like accepting a treat from your hand or just tolerating your presence without bolting. And remember, don't take it personally. Cats hold grudges longer than most humans, and they don't forget. If yours is giving you the cold shoulder, it's not because they hate you, it's just their way of processing trauma. Very Shakespearean of them. The best thing you can do is respect their rhythm. Once a cat starts to peek out and show signs of comfort, that's your cue to start rebuilding routine. Cats are creatures of habit. They thrive on knowing when food arrives, when the sun hits their favorite nap spot, and when it's time to chase that one toy they pretend to hate. When their world is turned upside down, the best way to calm the storm is to bring back predictability. Start by keeping feeding times consistent. Even if your cat isn't eating much, offering food at regular intervals helps signal that life is getting back on track. Stick to the same locations for meals, litter boxes, and water bowls. Familiar scents and environments help lower anxiety in stressed cats. Reintroduce their normal activities slowly. If they used to perch on a sunny window ledge or snooze in a specific corner, try to make those spots available. Place their favorite blanket or toy there to invite them back in. Use your voice and presence to reinforce the normal rhythm of life. Greet them at the same time each day. Speak softly around them and avoid sudden movements. Cats are more observant than we think. They're silently judging your every action, probably wondering why you rearranged the living room, like a madman during your feng shui phase. The more the cat senses stability, the faster it regains its trust in the environment. Tap the like button if you've ever sat on the floor like a statue, just to get your cat to trust you again. Now that the basics are back in place, it's time to reawaken your cat spirit, and nothing does that better than play. After a cat experiences an emotional disturbance, one of the most effective ways to help them heal is through enrichment and play. Playing is a crucial part of a cat's emotional recovery. When cats engage in play, it stimulates their natural hunting instincts and helps release built-up stress and anxiety. It also boosts their confidence, which might have taken a hit during a traumatic event. Interactive toys such as wand toys, laser pointers, and treat puzzles are excellent tools to encourage movement and mental stimulation. Wand toys mimic the movements of prey, which appeals to a cat's hunting drive, encouraging them to stalk, chase, and pounce. Treat puzzles that make cats work for their food, which can be especially rewarding and distracting during stressful times. Creating scent trails with catnip or valerian root can also encourage a cat to explore their environment. These natural stimulants can help cats focus on positive experiences. However, it's important to observe that some may love the excitement of herbs, while others might be indifferent or even overwhelmed. Daily play sessions, even as short as 10 to 15 minutes, can make a significant difference. Plus, it's a perfect opportunity for you to bond with your cats. And yes, even if your cat acts like a lazy couch potato 23 hours a day, don't be fooled. Playing gives them a healthy outlet for that inner ninja and helps restore their happy self. While these things are important, sometimes a professional vet check is needed to ensure the cat's emotional struggles are not a serious health concern. After any emotional disturbance, one of the most important but often skipped steps is a vet checkup. Cats are incredibly skilled at hiding pain or illness, so if they're acting odd, hiding constantly, or growling at their favorite toy, it might be a medical issue. A licensed veterinarian can rule out health problems like urinary tract infections, pain, hyperthyroidism, or even dental issues that can mimic or worsen stress. Sometimes what seems like bad behavior is your cat's sickness. Don't forget, always rule out health issues first. Hit subscribe if you want more pet wellness tips like this. Now, if the vet gives your kitty a clean bill of health, let the strange behaviors continue, it might be time to bring in the big guns. A cat behaviorist. These experts specialize in decoding cat behavior and providing targeted strategies to help your furball regain emotional balance. Some cats even benefit from feline-friendly anxiety medications, prescribed by a vet, not borrowed from grandma's medicine cabinet. It's also worth noting that cats often take longer than dogs to adjust emotionally. So if your neighbor's golden retriever bounced back from trauma in a day, don't compare. Cats are more like introverted pets. They need time, space, and just the right environment to recover. Once the vet visit is checked off and support is in place, it's time for the most powerful healing tool, unconditional love. Cats are sensitive creatures who pick up on human emotions, so staying calm and gentle around them is crucial. If a cat senses frustration or impatience, it usually just doubles down on its "I'm not talking to you" attitude. During this sensitive time, offering extra love is essential. That doesn't mean smothering them with hugs. Instead, it means showing up consistently and gently. Sit near them without making sudden moves. Talk to them in a calm voice. Even if they ignore you like a teenager at the dinner table, your presence reassures them. Small gestures go a long way. A soft blanket, a favorite treat offered, or just being in the same room can make a big difference. Cats pick up on energy, and if you're calm, patient, and kind, they begin to feel safe again. Humor aside, emotional trauma in cats can take weeks or even months to heal. Some may start showing affection again within a few days, while others may need more time to trust. The key is consistency. And yes, you might have to deal with a cat that glares at you like you ruined their life because you dared vacuum in the living room. But that's okay. Healing takes time. Every small step for your cats counts more than you think. And now it's your turn. What should we make a video on next? Got a burning question about your cat's behavior or health? Tell us down below and we just might feature it in our next video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.